Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to part 4 of my Low Man series. Finally here with a guide on how to two-man the Sanctified mind. If this is the first video you're watching in the series, then you can find the other guides on my channel. Alright, let's get to the setup. You're going to want a bubble for sure as one of your two classes. The other can either play a Warlock on Well of Radiance or a Hunter on Top Tree Tether. A Warlock is going to help by providing a large safety area during your damage phases, while a Hunter on the other hand is going to give your DPS a boost. If your goal is to get the two-man done, then I'd just run with a Warlock, it's safer. But if your goal is to two-phase, or just have some more damage, then go with a Hunter as your other class. Regardless of class, your weapon loadout and armor mods are going to be the same. Izanagi's Burden and Wendigo are your two damage dealers, and then Trinity Ghoul with Catalyst when you're not in the damage phase. Now you're probably saying right now, hey, you can't use two exotic weapons at the same time. And you're right. So what you do is run a legendary sniper in your kinetic slot. For example, something like a Long Shadow, while you have Trinity equipped, and then swap to Izanagi's and then another energy like Gnawing Hunger. You can either do this as you bank the last set of motes or when you kill the Angelic shortly after banking. Since you're switching from special to special, you'll keep nearly all of your ammo. Trinity is outstanding at clearing the goblins and harpies throughout the fight and saves a whole lot of time. If you don't have the catalyst, then I'd just say go and get it from doing strikes, or you can do the same strat but with fighting Lion. I don't find it nearly as easy or effective, but it is the next best option. Armor for the Titan is 4 enhanced relay defenders and Lion Rampants to help with the tethering. If you chose to use a Warlock, then they can run at ×5 since there isn't any must-use exotic, and will give a further 10% damage increase while near a relay. Each enhanced defender provides 10%, so running 4 provides 40%, while 5 provides a maximum 50%. If you chose the Hunter route, then put on Stompies as another way to help with tethering the boss. Now that you're all set up, we can go through the encounter. You need 30 motes in each bank to fill it before the wipe mechanic to guarantee a damage phase, which means you'll need to invade a total of 6 times. Cut that in half, and now each player has to invade 3 times, grabbing 10 motes every invade. So you've got player 1 and player 2. Player 1 is going to invade first and third on left, and then second on right, while player 2 is going to invade second on left, and first and third on right. To put it simply, you'll follow your teammate until each relay is filled. The priority when you're in the main room is first the Cyclops, second the Goblins, and then third the boss's weak spot, in that order. Snipe the Cyclops just before banking, and then focus on clearing the wave of Goblins. If you've already finished banking your 30 motes on the left, then prioritize the shielded Goblins on the right side. They won't sacrifice on the left after finishing the relay. If a wave spawns right as you break the crit spot, then don't stress about it too much. Just kill a few shielded goblins before you go invade. You can go too slow, however, so be sure to keep the rotation moving. While invading, just kill the adds as fast as possible. That's all. Call out to your teammate when you're done, and then whenever they clear their wave, they'll pull you. An adaptive sniper with ×4 enhanced defender and a boss spec will one-shot both the Cyclops and the boss's crit spot, so to be efficient with your sniper ammo, try to snipe them when you're standing next to the relay. To make the invade rotation a bit clearer, here's an example of what it should look like. In this instance, I'm player 2 and Slap is player 1. So Slap invades first, then when he's ready and my wave is clear, I pull him and go in. When he finishes the wave that spawned, he pulls me and goes in for the last 10 motes on left. When he's ready, I break both spots and invade on right, since we just finished the left. Once again, I call when I have 10 motes, and he pulls me when ready. He invades right, I clear the wave, I pull him as he calls, and invade for the last time on right. Once I get back and bank the last 10, we'll have deposited 30 motes in each relay. Now you're ready for damage. Well, almost. This is a good time to swap weapons right after banking the last 10 motes and killing the Cyclops. Depending on your ammo, you can shoot a charge as an Augie shot into the Angelic, and then clear the rest of the goblins. Or most of them at least. Since you want to take advantage of the enhanced relay defender buff, you only do one boss tether, so bubble near the relay that you're going to damage at. So if you have a blue tether, put the bubble close to the orange conflicts. Don't put it on top of it though, because you still need to be able to shoot the boss. The Warlock or Hunter should be closest to boss, while the Titan is closest to the relay. Time your jumps, and then tether to the boss. You can tether 90% of potential spots, just that the further ones are obviously more difficult. It'll take some time before you know the best spots to stand for each tether, so just keep searching for the spots. Try to be as straight as possible. That's the biggest tip I can give. If you finish banking before he starts the wipe mechanic, I think you'll have 4 pulses before he actually wipes you. It's either 3 or 4, so you don't need to rush the tether. Typically I'd say kill 2 waves of goblins plus the Angelic before tethering. If you're moving at a good pace, then you'll still have 2 pulses before the wipe. After successfully tethering to the boss, both of you need to run through the bubble and then next to the other relay. Shoot 2 or 3 Wendigo shots as you move to it, and then follow this rotation for damage. Charge is an Augie shot, reload another charge, 3 Wendigo. Charge is an Augie shot, reload another charge, 2 Wendigo, and then a final charge is an Augie shot. If you started the rotation early enough, the last shot should come just before he immunes. You can shoot 3 Wendigo shots on the final rotation instead of 2, but I find 2 gives me enough time to always get the final charges and Augie shut off, which is more worth it. The well should plant next to the relay, either just before or as he goes up. If you're playing as a hunter, then shadow shot as he goes up and aim at the apex of his jump, so it activates once he's there. If you tether before, it won't stay active after he resets and wipes the effect. Currently in Season 11, you'll have access to Oppressive Darkness. If you are using it, then have the Titan throw a magnetic grenade either when you get to the relay or after the boss reaches that top point. Although, if you're running with a hunter, do it at the earlier part since you'll have the tether anyway. If you follow that rotation to a T, a 3-phase will be within your grasp. You have 4 phases, so don't worry if you mess up a phase, because you can still get it with a bad damage phase in there. It's up to you if you want to build after damage or not. You can get 3 platforms with solid coordination, and it can help you clear the first wave when the Angelic spawns again, but after the first damage phase, you won't have any platforms left, so you might want to just get used to having a lot of radial area everywhere. Best thing to do is to spawn kill the goblins with either Trinity or Wendigo shots to give more time to gather yourself. An important thing to note, however, is that when there are no platforms, the boss will continue shooting you as you run to the portal, since he won't go into that animation for stealing a platform. So just be aware of that. He can beam you down pretty quick if you're low. Each wave plays out pretty much the same as the first, minus the platforms. So whether you 2, 3, or 4 phase the boss, you'll have successfully 2-manned the Sanctified Mind, the final boss in the Garden of Salvation. Just want to mention that since this encounter is mainly time-based, you can recover fairly easily by going fast enough. On one of our phases, a goblin sacrificed on the right after we came out of damage phase. So what we did was just invade 1 extra time on right to get enough motes and still had time before we started the wipe mechanic. I hope this helps everyone who needs it. It is one of the more difficult moments to do, but with repetition comes experience, and experience in these activities is the best way to improve. Once you're familiar with the fight, it becomes much easier. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.